What is going on YouTube? Today, I don't got anything special. I was just like, you know what I haven't had in a long time? Not a long time at all, a poutine. So I went back to Smoke's Poutineery because the only poutine place is open late. My favorite poutine place is just rarely open, but I really do want to get it for a video. I have to wait until after Ramadan too because normally the times that they are open very rarely is, during Ramadan or during the times that you're fasting. So I went there. I didn't get the same thing as last time. At least I don't think. I think last time I got like some sort of chicken, like buffalo chicken. This time I got myself a Korean barbecue steak poutine. That sounds pretty good. And I also got myself a side because I looked at the size of it and I'm just like, I don't think that's gonna be enough food because it's the same size I got last time. But got it right here. And the side I got was popcorn chicken. Popcorn chicken. Let's see, let's take a look at it here. It's looking popcorn chickeny. Pretty good. And then we have the poutine here. Looking greasy. I want to do something here. And you guys are going to see what I want to do. So here is the poutine. It's looking pretty good there. So I am going to first wipe all the sauce, whatever that is, away. And then we're going to run it back with the bowl here. We're going to just put it in the bowl and then, try to eat it that way. So got myself an actual fork. And then let's just, it just plopped. Let me just turn it. Okay. In the bowl it goes. There you go. You know what? I think that was an excellent idea because now you guys can actually see the food there. So let's go ahead and start this. But before we get started, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if anyone I'm trying to talk about. I'm down with that as always. Check out the timestamps below. Let's go. So first bite here. Let's get fry, beef. That's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good. It's actually a lot more than I thought it'd be. I haven't looked at the poutine in its entirety, but that's pretty good. So, a little funny thing as I'm chewing here, it sounds like it's like when I'm chewing, the noise it's making in my head is like you guys ever watched the episode? I think it was a SpongeBob. I hate SpongeBob, by the way, but there's an episode of SpongeBob and he had these like rubber boots and he's walking with it. That's what chewing this cheese is making, the noise it's making. But I like this beef. It's nice and well seasoned. It has another sauce in here. I don't think it's just beef and then gravy. I think there's like some sort of like sweet sauce here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go with the popcorn chicken. Wow. That's like super unseasoned. Wow. I don't think I've ever tasted a more unseasoned piece of fried chicken before. No. It's like they just dipped it into like buttermilk flour and then fried it. Actually, they might not even put that in buttermilk. They might have just like took the naturally wettish chicken, rolled it in some flour, and threw it into the fryer. That's so sad. So sad, considering these little pieces of chicken right here, $7. Poutine is a whole 17. Whole meal together. After tax, because it's like there's some change in there. This is probably like $17.70 and this was like $7.30, so it's like $25. Like, at least here you get a lot of food. Or a good amount. Try one time. That's so sad. It doesn't even taste like it's salted. I thought it was gonna taste like you know, what has really, from what I remember, what was it called? Popcorn? No, it was KFC. They had really good popcorn chicken back in the day. I remember them having really good popcorn chicken, but I don't know what happened to it. I mean, well, it's probably still there. I don't know. I haven't had KFC in a very long time, so. Let's try Popeyes. Popeyes is, do they have popcorn chicken? They probably do. One thing about poutines that always made me upset is the fries to like cheese ratio. Because I feel like there's not enough cheese. Now what they should do, and hear me out. Actually, I feel like it's not even a hear me out situation because I feel like it's a no-brainer. They should layer it, you know? Picture this. Container. Fry. The customer probably thinks it's gonna be kind of dry later on. Or maybe, you know, they want a little bit of surprise. Cheese, gravy, fries, cheese, gravy, you know? Like when you go to the theater and get popcorn, you get popcorn, butter, popcorn, butter. Well, that being said, you gotta get the ratio right. Because I feel like, that if you put too much gravy, it'll get too soggy at the bottom. That's why the middle layer's gotta be kind of like a light layer, you know? Just like a light layer, just so you can get that cheese melted and then the top one gets cheese melted too, you know? That's pretty good. But that being said, how's your guys' day today? Mine, nothing special, same old, same old, same old, nothing different. Well, sometimes a day is just a regular day. But you know what I did realize? Outrageous, okay? So I started watching Shameless, right? And then I got pretty far into it, like 8 seasons in, 8.5 seasons in, and then didn't watch it for a while, right? And I was like, let me watch it again. So I went on my TV, which is, I have Netflix there, and I realized my Netflix ran out. So I was just like, okay, how much is Netflix? Because I don't even remember how much Netflix is. It's kind of just like an ongoing thing, right? Don't really read the emails and stuff like that. I think he said Netflix was like 20 bucks. Wasn't Netflix like $10? And then I like looked at all the other streaming services there are. And then I realized streaming services are expensive. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that, but oh, you guys can't see. Oh no. I put the chicken nuggets in here, so now we have a chicken nuggety poutine bite. Add something to it, but anyways, yeah. They're expensive. And there's so many of them, so like you have Netflix, but Netflix has like so much. And there's Crave, and then there's like Hulu, HBO Max, and then I'm missing Prime Video, right? Now I don't know how much each individual one is. I'm gonna guess they're all gonna be around the same, and they're all gonna be 20 bucks. That is What do name 5? Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Crave, Prime. $100 before tax on streaming services. I feel like internet has literally brought us full circle. Like the internet and just the advancement of internet. Well, full circle. Because look at the music industry, for example. When the internet was still new and streaming became like this big thing, people were just like, oh my God, we don't have to rely on like sales and stuff like that anymore. You don't have to rely on like physical copies. People are less likely to illegally download, right? As a break from the tyranny of the music industry and record labels and stuff like that. Now you can be independent. Now you can just put on Spotify, and that's what matters, right? But now, physical copies don't even make a difference. Now the only thing that matters is like streaming sales, right? Like the amount you get from streaming. So it's kind of like we broke away from one thing, just get introduced to another thing to be stuck to it, just like how we were with the last thing. And that's kind of how it is with like cable. Because listen, back in the day, people, I mean, actually, I don't even know why I'm saying back in the day, because people still have it. People still pay for cable television, right? People pay hundreds of dollars for their channels, right? Ridiculous. When I worked at Rogers in like 2017, people paying $200 for TV, and they wouldn't even have all the channels. I can only imagine that it's worse now than it was then because of inflation and how everything's going up, right? And now we have all these services, and we're still paying the same amount that we're trying to run away from. Because when Netflix came out, people were like, oh, this is an excellent substitution for television, right? We don't have to go to television. We have to pay like $130, $150 for like 18 channels. We can go to Netflix and have everything on demand. Now, I will say, even though having all those things are like just as expensive or like a bit less expensive, still better because at least on demand, cable's on demand. I mean, well, now cable has like on demand things, but it's like, you know, like that's not like the main purpose of cable, I guess. Cable's like they have timings, they have and that's another thing. Cable has like commercials and stuff. But of course, Netflix and like Prime and stuff added tiers, which I think Prime did. Or it's like, oh, if you don't want ads, you have to go to their premium one, which costs like $20 a month. It's like companies just squeeze consumers. But it's pretty ingenious the way you think about it. Like nefariously ingenious, because it's like you introduce a concept that's so new to people, gives you on demand, gives you convenience, and it's cheaper, like Spotify, Netflix. And then eventually, as years go by, you just increase the price. But since the convenience is so much and it's such like an innovative thing, people are now flooding to it, and now becomes the main way you consume that media, right? And then eventually you just jack the price up to how old cable was, and now you're making the same thing as them, and you have like more resources because more people are reliant on it. And these companies that are like doing streaming stuff, they create their own TV shows like Netflix and stuff. They all have their own like shows and movies and stuff. So it's like, you know, I was just thinking about that. The number one concern of any company is never its customers or employees. There's one simple green piece of, I mean, the States is paper, here I'm pretty sure it's plastic. That's all they care about. So when I seen Netflix is like $20, I was like, damn, that's expensive. But did it shock me? No, it's sold. Because everything's so expensive nowadays. So it's like, you know what? It was bound to catch up. And guess what? It did. And it caught up pretty fast, because Netflix has been around for a while. So maybe the last bite here. There's like 3 fries and some nuggets in here. I'm not really interested in eating these tasteless nuggets. Okay, and that was Smoked Poutineery, the Korean barbecue. Poutine was all right. It tasted pretty good initially, but the more I ate, the progressively worse it got to me. It was like the less I wanted to eat it, the more I ate it. So I was just like, oh, it's one of these again. And the tater tots, wow. The tater tots, I'm gonna give it like the tater tots a 0. It's probably like the worst thing ever, but it's not a whole meal, so I'm okay with giving it a 0. My first 0. No. You know what? I'll give it like the same as my lowest because I wouldn't be fair to give it a 0 because you know what? It's not a full meal. And giving it the first 0, I feel like wouldn't be fair. I need to say that for an actual meal. So I'll give the tater tots like a 4 out of 10 or 4.5 out of 10, you know? And the poutine, I'll probably give like a 6 out of 10. But that being said, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Anything you want to try, anything I'm talking about, I'm down to do that. As always, check out the suggest videos in the side. And yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this whole like streaming service increase on price and how it's basically taken over the, I wouldn't say TV game. Well, I mean, actually it did take over the cable and TV game because that's how most people view their stuff. But you know, let me know what your guys' thoughts on it. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. Smoked Poutine, 6 out of 10 and 4.5 out of 10. First true review, and peace.